I'm Superantonio. And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Saturday. How are you? Welcome back to the Bad Honor full game commentary and playthrough. I should say the Super Bad Honor. What are we doing tonight? The King's Son. We're rescuing Rain's Fall, or Eagle Flies, sorry. And then we are dealing with Hanging Dog Ranch with Mrs. Adler. We're going to spend the night with Mrs. Adler. What's that about? Also, we'll do a little Bad Honor stuff. Technically, some Bad Honor free roam. We shall rob the strawberry store and, just general Bad Honor shenanigans. Eagles Pro is here. Eagles greetings. And Peter Walsdorf says, Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, friend. Welcome. So, yeah, we are off to Wapiti Reservation, which is in a beautiful, beautiful part of the map. I do like that lake. They could have done more here. Marco's here again. Greetings, Marco. Hi, friendo, Marco says. Hi, everyone. Just came to say hi. Appreciate you, Marco. I know it's your bedtime. So don't worry about this stream. It's here for you. We're happy to see you. Sadie's happy to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we shall meet again further on down the trail. Eagle says, will you do more free roam Fridays with John? Probably not, Eagles. I may bring Marston Mondays back as a video series on Monday, but Mondays were never a good streaming day for me, regrettably. Or never a good streaming day for the channel. It's fine for me.
I'll wait for you here.
Heck, but we just don't really get the views on Monday, and math doesn't lie, regrettably. I wish it would, but it doesn't. You have to, that is the strength of math.
Mr. Morgan,
is that it's always true.
I'm so glad you could make it. How are you?
Numbers can't lie. They can be manipulated and misinterpreted.
Still my son.
But they don't lie. The numbers are the numbers. Miko is here. Miko says, hello, Super Antonio City mods and everyone. Miko, meet Marco, and Marco, meet Miko. I made it funny. I did that before. And Miko says, hey, Eagles, Peter, and Marco.
I doubt that.
Yeah, nothing against John. I love John, and John, as you know, hates condors. But Marston Mondays, I like, seems to do better as a video, so maybe we'll do a Marston Mondays video.
He is the chief
Bring
son
that
of
back.
a proud nation.
John hates condors.
How could he
No
commit
one knows
treason?
why.
People who have lied to my people for 100
It'd be
years
fun,
or more. That's
but
treason.
I can't see about doing a live stream on Monday. And we're doing three nights a week. We're doing the whole weekend.
I think there's much chance.
Tony S22 says, hello, friends. It's perhaps there are 22 Tonys behind this this username. I don't know. I can't tell. But anyways, Tony, greetings. I like your name. I wish it was Super Tony.
Complex than he understands.
Tonight we have the red tie, the red pocket square, the gold tie clip, and the gold watch.
Charles will try and rescue your son.
What's that about?
Yes. I ain't got much to lose, and you got. I'm doing this.
Sadie had her back.
Charles, where are you?
And it occurred to me that I can get like not a GoPro, a GoPro knockoff with a waterproof case for less than $40, less than $30 for nothing. So I could actually film her showers, and that might be fun. That might be fun to do. I was thinking about that. Get a head cam and just don't film myself in the mirror because I think people look ridiculous in head cams. But then you could see her spots, and I would have both hands free to wash her, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. Because I also want to show my sister her spots. She's a spotty dotty. Mama One is here. Everyone say hi to Mama One and also Papa One. Mama One says, hey, everyone. And Papa One says, hey, family. And Miko says, hey, Tony. Peter also said hello to Mama One. Yes, Mama One. I'm thinking of getting a GoPro knockoff, not a GoPro. Those things are overpriced. And so we can... so we can do a deluxe bath with Sadie. It's not a deluxe bath; it's a regular bath. But I do pay a lot of attention to her, and it does not cost 50 cents, and she doesn't have an option. I would, but then you can see, because if you get her coat wet, she has spots. You can just see the spots on her skin. She's a spotty dotty. And that would be fun to see. So I'm thinking about doing that. Well, more than thinking about it. It'd make a cute video. Miko says, hello, Mama One and Papa One. Mama One says, hey, Peter, hope you are well, dear. And Papa One says, Peter, hope you are well, my friend. And Papa One says, Miko, I'm glad you're here. And Mama One says, hey, Miko, hope this finds you well, my friend. And Peter says, I'm doing good, Mama One. Glad everyone's having a good weekend. Free Roam Fridays did phenomenally well as far as live streams go. So we're going to do that's probably going to be a permanent thing, which is fine. It's like, it's easy content for me. Just riding around, fooling around in the game. There's nothing I like better. I think people appreciate the random directionalness of the video, of the live stream, where anything can happen. Spoiler alert, nothing happens. But, but yeah, it's fun for them. Sadie had her bath. She went on her walk. She met some of her friends. She frolicked around. There was one neighbor, one building that had done a lot of landscaping. So there were big piles of dirt for someone to climb in and move around and mess up a little bit, which I let her do because, one, she's having a bath, and two, she loves getting dirty. So I was like, okay, knock yourself out. We're cleaning you up in literally less than 30 minutes. So enjoy it while it lasts. Mama One says, I don't think it matters what time it is. Free Roam Fridays allows you to relax. I think it's a great way to start the weekend. It is for me. It's certainly for you guys as well. What was I going to say? Yeah, 6 o'clock seems to be a good compromise all around. So I think we'll be doing 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for the foreseeable future. I have to update update the screen. The screen, which still says 7 p.m. Pacific, so we'll change that to 6. Papa One says, I wish they would have went in more on the Calendar Brothers. I think that would make an excellent choice for Red Dead 3. As Charles didn't seem to like them, although everyone else did seem to love them, even Hosea. Well, Charles has only been with the gang for like 6 months, so he probably came in and Chapter 1, that hunt with Charles is the first time they really get a chance to talk, that Arthur really has a chance to talk. So, he might not have just gotten a chance to know them. Like Lenny and Jenny and Bill and Phil. I wonder if there was a Phil.
Let's get ourselves hidden and wait till it gets dark.
That Bill liked.
Over here.
Bill and Phil. Arthur and Martha.
I guess it is.
Everybody knew about Bill.
I'm trying to find a way in. Main thing is that they don't hear us. Ready?
There is a cutscene in chapter 3 or 4, cannot recall, where Tilly calls Bill a half man. And Bill goes, "What did you say?" And Tilly goes, "You heard what I said." Everyone knows, even the girls. But I'm sure the girls knew first. Girls are more sensitive.
Take one. I'll take the other.
Okay, let's take these guys out. Gotta do a little rescue.
Okay.
Gonna get a hat.
Let's see if we can get around the back. Stay close to the wall. Careful. There's a guard up there.
Forgot this was at night. I would have bumped up the color for you guys. Somebody's fast asleep.
He's moving. Come on.
Can you hear her snoring? Well, she's not snoring yet, but she's breathing quite calmly.
Okay. Come on.
She has her shower, then she has a little bit of zoomies, one last burst of energy, and she has dinner,
Two more.
then she's pretty much
One
done
on
for the
tower,
night.
One on the ground. Same as before. You take one, I got the other. Okay, come on. Around the back. This is the spot.
Might as well loot that guard. Interesting how we didn't get a grappling hook in this game. It's a very easy mechanic. You would think that the trapper would supply one, or the, no, Seamus. That's more of a fence thing. If you get a lock breaker, you should get a grappling hook.
There's a guard coming.
I had this idea. I'm going to put it, make a community post from a conversation we had last night about sandbox mode in this game, where you unlock everything and you can play as any character. You have access to all the horses, all the weapons, everything, which you could probably do on PC. And I was thinking AI could write the code for that. If you're a PC gamer and you know exactly what to write in the prompt to make AI figure out the code, ChatGPT or Grok or somebody. So I wanted to talk about that in a community post and see if we get a PC gamer viewer subscriber to work on that project.
Found yourself a new hat, huh, Arthur? No, come on.
Because if they could, if we could figure that out, that would open up a whole world of videos for this channel. And that would be fun. Papa One continues, Miko, I started looking through old photos. None of mine or my dad's military days, but I found several of us working with horses. I did find one of my dad that was dated 1946. He's in his army dress uniform, so it must have been right when he came back from Europe. And Peter asks, do you have a YouTube channel, Mama One and Papa One? They should. They should call it Ranch One. And they can do, Mama One can do recipes, and Papa One can do leatherworking tutorials. Papa One can show off his shooty bang collection. Yeah. I'm always free with the advice on everyone else's channel, but don't listen to me because I barely know what to do with my channel. This coffee's good tonight. I do love coffee. That's one thing you might not know about me. I do love my coffee.
There's more out front. Go up the tower and see if you can cause a distraction. Try to put an arrow into the lantern above that stack of wood over there. Start a fire. You should
So
have
we
a
got to
clear
get up
shot
to
from
this
the walkway
tower,
up there.
take out another guard, and shoot a lantern with an arrow. We had difficulty making volatile dynamite for a very silly reason, because I kept looking for it in the crafting wheel under ammo, and it's actually under weapons, which is one over. It's the same place where you make fire bottles. Because I want to do a volatile dynamite short. Volatile dynamite, in case you don't know, is 1 unit of animal fat, 1 dynamite, and 1 high velocity round. Doesn't matter if it's rifle, revolver, or pistol. And Papa One says to Peter, "No, Peter, we have thought about it, as I make a lot of custom saddles and stirrups as well as horseshoes. I want to try to get people interested in making their own metalwork horse tack, as it's a probably dying art." See, we got a new hat, and we can keep it. I know you guys like hats. A dying breed like Billy Clapper.
Come on. Your father sent us?
My father, he told you to come and kill guards?
No, he didn't say that.
Of course not.
You okay?
Sure. Enjoy being tortured. Clears the mind.
Do you guys like
so.
peanut butter pretzels? They're like little.
Fine.
I think they're like it's basically a miniature peanut butter cracker, but it's made with pretzels. It's like a tiny little pretzel that has peanut butter inside. It's delicious. I'm addicted to them right now, and so is this one.
Let's push up.
Not the greatest calorie snack, but you know, just don't overindulge, and you'll be fine. Yeah, peanut butter crackers, yum. Peanut butter pretzels. But yeah, I used to love peanut butter crackers, but I haven't been I haven't been buying crackers. All these guys. Oh, nice lighting. Check the wall line. That's where they all are. I wanted to use the dynamite arrows. I didn't really have an opportunity, even though you'd think. One would think.
Over here. One of the walls was broken when they took me in. Damn. They must have fixed it.
Arthur, deal with this, would you? Yes, but how?
And I forgot. I completely forgot about the cannon.
Okay.
I thought we had to dynamite it. Reminiscent of Guarma. I think we were done with cannons, but cannons are not done with us.
This thing.
Not sure if Arthur could move that. Well, I suppose Arthur could move that. That thing looks like it weighs at least 500 pounds. It's a big piece of iron.
Now, Arthur, we're out of time. It worked. Come on. Let's go, girl. You're all right now, girl.
Papa One says, I always preferred to make my own gear for my horses. My dad made sure me and the crew knew how to do it. I still do it for fun and custom orders, but not enough to make a readily available product. You should just make videos, like tutorial videos on what you do. And if you're worried about your voice, then you can just use like voice text or text to voice. AI is really good at that now. There are programs where you can just write in, you can just submit a script and use an AI voice. You can use like a sexy lady voice. Or, you know, any voice you want. I think you have to, most of those AI programs are like subscription, you know, they're like $20 a month or something. But lots of like the bigger viral videos that you see use AI voices. And you can always tell. But it's still pretty cool. Some interesting technology that's only going to get better and better. Papa One is going to working on a custom saddle for Super Antonio. It's going to be a gift. Speaking of which, Super Antonio, what colors do you want? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know. Papa One. I think my dream horse would be some kind of like. I always liked the Palomino. The Palomino coat color. So something that would match a Palomino. And I used to love the Palomino coats in this game. Especially the gold Palomino. I just don't love the stats on that horse. But yeah, Pop One, take your time. There's no rush on that. But yeah, if I had a horse, I think I would want a golden horse. Gold Turkoman. No, actually, the Flaxen Chestnut Hungarian Half-Bred was my first favorite horse in this game. Of course, like everyone, I loved the White Arabian. I moved on quickly from that. And the Flaxen Chestnut was my go-to before the Piebald Tobiano. Take all these jokers out. Interesting because you have to row with one hand. You don't have access to two hands. You have to hold on to the oar. Yeah, I'm not sure, Papa One. Not sure on colors. I think we lost him, and that's another mission done.
You okay, Arthur?
On the inevitable march towards the that final ride. Mama One says, I forgot Arthur had to take his own canoe. Might have made sense for Arthur to stay back, hold them off like in Valentine, and then ride off on a horse. Well, he had to have a conversation with Charles.
No big fight with them. Shouldn't y'all just run away?
Where would we go?
I don't know.
Your friend. Let me take you back to your father.
Good honor, bad honor. You have to help these guys.
Thank you.
Interesting. You have the option to not help Mrs. Adler, to not help Sadie. Why would you not?
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens, what the consequences are. I should have made a save right before and gotten the dialogue for you guys, but I didn't. I was just too eager to finish the game. I just want to finish the game. You know what that reference is? Firstly, we ain't friends. I'm at that point in the free roam where I have to knock out some of those missions, the Reverend, and go get Bolty and Kieran. Do the Reverend and then get Kieran off that tree so he can be off the tree when we have the party when Sean comes back. If I have to whip him, I will. Moving on to Strawberry. And then, yeah, we'll go get Bolty.
Where did you run off to?
Mom once says, you do not like this Bad Honor playthrough, Super Antonio? No, I'm bored with it. I mean, it's fun at first, but I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't like being mean to people. I know they're NPCs. But it just... It's not how I want to play the game. Interesting, I'm thinking about Batman Arkham Knight because you can free roam in Gotham. And I don't understand what that would be like, walking around in a Batman costume. I mean, are you just like, is it like LA Noire where you just like do random robberies and missions and rescues and stuff? Or are you allowed to like craft stuff? Or, well, we're going to find out. That's what we're going to do on Sunday. It's going to be Batman Sundays. Bat Sunday. Or, I don't know. The cache is not is in a wall over here. Warm, cold, 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 colder, Arthur. Peter says, are you going to do a good honor playthrough? Well, technically the full game commentary and playthrough is a good honor playthrough, Peter. So yes and no. We have done one and we're not going to do one again. And Mama says, I still have hopes you're going to do a train robbery or get max bounty in all states. Well, we might do that in free roam on free roam Fridays just as something fun to do. But I am enjoying saying hi to everyone and getting the honor up. And all that comes with it.
Show me where the money is.
That still is so amazingly rusty. Whatever he's making in there can't be healthy in the long term.
Hey, come on. There's no need for that.
Cloudy's here. Cloudy says, howdy y'all. Greetings, Cloudy. And Mama one says, Dua, how long can I survive with max bounty? You can survive for a while if you've got enough health items and infinite and enough ammo. Papa one says that still is gonna blow up. Yeah, I mean the contents are under pressure. They're finally. Here we go. It's not that much money $50.
You keep your mouth shut. Maybe I'll keep my mouth shut about this.
My favorite
operation.
robbery has to be the Rhodes Gunsmith. It's got more of a story. And maybe the Santini Gunsmith poker game. But that's complicated and has a tendency to go south. It's more money there, though. I guess, you know, higher risk, higher reward. Might as well grab all this. We can resell it for the cash. Get a carrot for the horse. Mama once says, I like the Valentine side robbery. It's how I get my Schofield for free every time. Yeah, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good one. You don't really get anything with this robbery. You should get something, a treat, apart from cash.
Stop! Move! Stop! Are you dead? Think this through, you fool!
Mama once says, that's one thing I love about Bad Honor. You can always get free goodies. Now, I think it's I think I would like Bad Honor more if I didn't like Arthur so much. That's part of it. Like all the characters in Grand Theft Auto, you don't care about Honor. Because I don't really care about him. I mean, I don't have affection for them. Like I do for Arthur. So I don't want him to be bad. Papa once says, technically the payout should have been larger here as Strawberry is a dry county, and he's bootlegging, which was drug dealing before drugs were popular. You're absolutely right, Papa One. He should have been a millionaire. He should have owned the hotel by now. Especially with that giant still. A little bit of bounty for Mama One. Tomorrow night we're back with LA Noire. We only have 2 more episodes for this live stream, for the Bad Honor playthrough, and then for, let me see, for Sunday on LA Noire, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting tomorrow night. So yeah, we're very close. So we'll be starting The Last of Us in April. In 2 weeks. 3 weeks. The Last of Us. New game, old game. Zombies on Saturday night. Let's go back home and talk to Mrs. Adler. If you leave with Mrs. Adler, if you leave with Sadie, you get to spend the night with her. And, you know, they're both single. Campfires are very romantic. They might die in the morning. And, if you want to, you can think about things that could happen in that type of situation. But that only happens if you go with her. If you meet her there, you don't have that scenario. Papa one says, Super Antonio, since you live in the city, does the city ever sleep, or is it like New York City or Vegas? Yeah, there's activity all the time. My neighborhood gets quiet around 11, but there's people, it's like you hear sirens. Sometimes you hear people racing down the street because it's a little quiet. Every now and then you get random homeless yelling scary things. But you're safe. You're safe above it all. Cloudy says, you would enjoy The Last of Us. It's one of my top 5 games. Okay, Cloudy, we're going to play it on Saturday. I hope you'll be here for it. And Pop One says, are you a night owl? Yes, I am. But I don't go out at night. I just kind of hang out and, edit videos, watch YouTube.
You okay?
This one is not a night owl. She's the opposite of a night owl.
You sure?
No, I ain't sure.
I mean, she's ready for bed now.
Still working?
Is anybody still working? The whole goddamn place full of people.
Sadie's practicing her knife throwing
Fighting,
skills.
lying. Makes me real sad.
I know. I need someone to ride with me.
Do what?
Finish off them O'Driscolls. I hear the last of them is holed up at Hanging Dog Ranch.
Papa One says you should do a late night stream. LOL.
I saw Colm swing.
Get some of the Europeans in here.
I was a married
I did an
woman.
early morning Christmas
You know what
stream
they did
once
to me.
that did
And to
not
my
attract
husband?
that much of attention.
Look, you're the only one of these fools that I trust. I've got to do this.
See, you can help or don't help. You can completely avoid this mission if you want.
Tell you what. I wish I could.
Why would you? But you can.
Enough with the O'Driscolls.
I'm not sure why we quit. Oh, we quit because I got the dialogue for not helping. So we're going to help again. But it was nothing special. So we got to reload. Mama one says, if you could go back to Hanging Dog Ranch after that mission, yes, they do. The O'Driscolls do respawn. Yes, Mama one. All the way through until the epilogue, and then the gang that takes over, the Laramie gang, the Laramie boys, I believe, they take over, and John can do. But John has Fort Mercer down south, which is way more fun. I miss Fort Mercer. Okay, help her.
You okay?
Jeez.
Peachy.
You sure?
No, I ain't sure.
Miko says, I can
Still
never
working?
not help her out. Yes, Miko, that's because you are a gentleman
The whole
and a
goddamn
scholar.
place full of people bickering, fighting, and lying. Makes me real sad.
How would
I
you...
know.
I don't know why that's even an
I need someone
option.
to ride with me.
Do what?
Finish off them
It shouldn't be.
O'Driscolls. I hear the last of them is holed up at Hanging Dog Ranch.
I don't have it in me no more. I saw Colm swing. I just don't care.
I was a married woman. You know what they did to me. And to my husband? Look, you're the only one of these fools that I trust. I've got to do this.
Okay, let's help.
I'll tell you what. I'll do it. But there's something you could help me with.
Sure.
When the time comes.
Me and John. This whole thing is pretty much done, but Dutch.
Papa One says, I love the look of Hanging Dog Ranch, especially the area it's at.
What do you
Such
mean?
beautiful land. I love having lots of land so I can shoot straight from my porch and not go to jail.
You and me, we ain't.
Yeah, they really should have just taken over Hanging Dog Ranch
And none of that loyalty matters.
Jesus.
and then taken over Strawberry.
Okay. I'm with you.
Well, then you got yourself a gun. What's left of one?
Thank you, Arthur. You want to ride with me now, or meet me up at Hanging Dog Ranch when you can?
See, if you go with Sadie,
Thanks,
you ride
Arthur.
with it, you get to spend the night.
Okay. Come on.
And things can happen, you know, you're both single. You're both riding cool horses. Campfire's romantic.
Hey,
See, he even built the little lean-to.
I think there's a bunch of them in there, mostly drunk. One of them is a fat fellow with a beard. Him, he's mine.
Yeah, something might have happened in here. Having
we
breakfast
doing
in
this?
bed.
We're just going in.
Okay, let's do it.
okay then.
And you get a complimentary Litchfield.
Run down. Lots of folk there, but spread pretty thin. I'll set it off, and then we'll take it from there.
Take it from there.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a Marston Monday starting over.
No real plan then.
Oh, I got a plan. Now come on.
Is that a woman?
Well, when I say maybe, I will. Because I want to raid Fort Mercer again. One annoying thing, you have to follow Sadie and she wants to go and guns blazing from the front. And I always like to, I always prefer to go in from the side if I'm going to do this on my own. Papa One says, I love the look of the Litchfield, but the Lancaster rules the land. Good old Lanky. Yeah, the gang had, after Chapter 1, taken over Hanging Dog Ranch, not done the train robbery, so that you don't get Leviticus Cornwall on your backs. I think the heat in Blackwater would have died down.
Who's in here? Come on. The lady outside.
But Dutch wasn't that forward thinking. Dutch's instinct was to run and one last score. Papa One says, I love Sadie as a character, but she really should not have been a surviving gang member based on how she is in a gunfight. She literally ran right into the path of a machine gun. Well, she had Arthur there to help her out, to protect her. She becomes a bounty hunter. A tough as teak mountain lady. She has an interesting path, but she was already tough as teak as just as a working on her ranch with Jakey. It's not like she was soft. She knew her way around a knife. could hunt and fish. She just hadn't actually turned her skills towards humans. Till her heart got filled with vengeance. Jeez, Joker. Well, this is a fun first date. It's not technically a first date. The wagon ride to Rhodes was actually their first date. But that was also, as you recall, there was gunplay involved in that encounter as well. It's an odd coincidence. You'd think that'd be a big red flag.
I told you you'd see me again.
And you'd never want to see this lady again. Certainly with me. I remember one of my friends went out on a date and
You okay?
and they got mugged by
He was a good man, my
Shooty Bang
Jakey.
Point. And so that was I would have thought that would have
We was always
been
sweet on
bad
one
for the
another.
date. You know, because it was a first date. They didn't really know each other.
I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
but they did tend up going.
miss
They
him
did
every
tend to
day,
go out,
every
turn to go
moment.
out for a little bit, for a bit. They
They
had a
turned me
relationship.
into a monster,
Did not
Arthur.
last. It couldn't last. It was
But my
built on
memories
lies. It was
of
built
him-
on crime and deceit.
They still pure.
Like Sadie's line here.
Got that.
You know,
Um,
you're a confusing man, but
apart
you
from
might just be the best friend
you
I
might be
got,
the best
Arthur.
friend I got, Arthur. And then Arthur
know
goes,
the company
I
you
know
keep,
the
but
company you
competition ain't
keep.
too fierce.
Apart from my Jakey,
we
you're the best man I know.
we should get away from her.
Mrs. Adler's gonna head to Strawberry for a
I think I need to
deluxe
be alone
bath.
for a bit.
I understand. You
I'm sorry, did I say that?
Cleaned up.
Thank you, Arthur.
She's a little wild, so she'll probably just jump in a lake or a stream. I don't think she'd want civilization. We're gonna loot all these jokers. Oh, gold jointed bracelet in here in case you didn't know. It's a random drop though. It's not guaranteed. It's in that cabinet. It's a gold jewelry drop that circulates. And I imagine you can save and reload. See, we got a gold pendant, but you get a gold joint and bracelet here. Mom once says, we had a friend who went out with this girl. She was very nice around all of us, but when they went out by themselves, she was apparently mean as all hell. He finally broke up with her. And Papa once says, the gang should have got a machine gun. One thing that makes me question, Shady Belle has a machine gun that the raiders use. But when the gang takes it over, it's completely gone. Papa One, if you buy all the ammunition, you completely upgrade the ammunition at camp, and the ammunition is always with Arthur. He has machine gun parts. He has Gatling gun parts there. So at some point, I think they had the idea that the gang would have one, that he would have access to one. But yeah, if you look around, you can see Gatling gun parts. That might make a good video. I pointed that out. Gatling gun combo camp. Do like the alliteration.
God damn it!
Here come some bounty hunters. What's that about? You can always count on bounty hunters to have a little bit of cash. It's your reward. Papa One says, yeah, good idea. Bounty hunters come to a burnt down ranch full of dead bodies and mess with the guy looting. It's gonna go well. End well for bounty hunters. Bounty law. They're just looking for a payout. Another silver emblem ring. It's only like $5 at the fence. But it's $5 more than we had yesterday. Got my ice water. It's thirsty work talking to you guys. Mama One says, and she moved on eventually, but around 10 years later, we seen her again on TV. She was on the news. Apparently, she decapitated her boyfriend over an argument about her cheating. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, dodged a bullet there. Oh, I had a book for you, Mama One. I forget the title. I'll think of it tomorrow. But it's about this guy. It's true crime, and in college he wrote to a bunch of serial counselors, all of them, Gacy, Bundy, and just had established relationships with them over letters, and asked him all sorts of questions, and wrote a book about it. Wrote a book about his findings. But then he ended up canceling himself. Even the book is a success. It's still in print. I forget I'll have to get the title for you. You've probably already read it, but I think just interacting with all that darkness made him a little dark. It infected him. So that was strange. Interacting with all that darkness one-on-one. Not protected behind a printed page or the TV screen or a computer screen. But yeah, I thought of you, Mama One. And Papa One says, love the alligator saddle in this game, but the boar is my favorite saddle. Interesting. I like the rattlesnake vaquero saddle, of course. And Miko says, I hear a lot of similar stories about that, Mama One. Something wrong about this latest crop. Well, they're raised on the internet. That's part of it. And there's a lack of dads. The dads don't stick around. There are no positive male role models for sons or daughters. And Papa One says, my dad, myself, used to use alligator saddles when we would hunt on horseback. And alligator saddles wouldn't mess up as much as a custom wolf saddle and the like.
Good girl.
And Peter says, anyone listen to the History of Red Dead Redemption audiobook? I have not, Peter. And Papa One says, we used to go through thick water and other stuff. My dad was a fan of all types of hunting. He would have went hunting with a Nerf gun if he had to. Just gonna load up on ammo. And Peter says Roger Clark is the narrator. Interesting. Forgot it respawns us on the doctor's side.
Welcome back. I have a blacklist of thieves in my books.
Mama one says, yeah,
Keep
Miko,
that
our
in
friend
mind
got a
while
lucky
you're in
break.
here.
She was only
So, what
5'2"
are you aiming
and seemed
for?
so nice around us. Keep in mind there was a bunch of us, so she probably kept a facade.
Good.
Sounds
Be no
like
trace of rust on that
drinky
as far
drinks
as I
or
can
special
see.
medicine was involved, so she had two sides to her.
You keep treating that like your own child, all right? Good on you. It's beautiful condition. Keep it up. The sheriff's gotten that for himself at one point.
Doing pretty good in cash. We're gonna leave John 12 grand. But I'll
Good.
take care of
Ain't
that
no
on the
trace of
epilogue.
rust on that
On
as
the
far as I
epilogue
can
live
see.
stream.
It's beautiful condition. Keep it up.
Actually,
I'd recommend
let's see.
loading up
Hold
on
on, where
extra
are we?
ammo. You
Yeah.
keep treating that like your own
Next
child,
week's
all right? Good on you.
live stream
It's
is
a nice
entitled
piece of
"My
novel.
Last
I'd
Best
personally add some
Redemption,"
rifling.
and
Take
it's
it or
going
leave
to
it.
be a little longer,
Essential, I reckon.
like maybe 90 minutes, and we're gonna finish the game. I just want to finish the game.
Ain't no trace of rust
Well,
on that
or
as far
chapter
as I can
6,
see.
and then the stream after that is the wheel, and we will
wanna make
return
this
to
really
Arthur
yours?
cashing out and
Give it a
going to
personal engraving.
visiting the First Bank of Aberdeen, and then John
Oh, hell, mister, you look like
finishing
you've
the
been on
wheel
whiskey, no sleep.
and
So long.
immediately riding off to Aberdeen. We're entering from the back so we don't have to deal with those brothers.
Brother Brodus, you're simply not a gentleman. You're a scoundrel. And quite frankly, talking like that in front of
But I figured as long as we're here, we might as well dump all the random stuff we can sell back to the general store.
I won't have you lingering. Do your shopping and move on. Righty. Let's see what you're selling.
Decided to call my brother is nothing but a spreader of lies and a believer of nonsense.
All these cigars. Keep the gun oil even though we don't really need it. Cheese can go.
that boy was sent forth from the fiery pits of hell. Oh, you can tell he's not
Papa one says, Miko, our farm dogs hated her. This was in the early 80s, and we kind of just assumed it was our farm dogs as they don't like many strangers. Dogs, no, but our friend was a longtime farmhand. He was a Navy corpsman in Vietnam. We didn't serve together, but this woman turned out to be nuts. He lucked out later and married a good woman and has 5 children now. That's great. See? Happy ending. I have the names for your new farm dogs that you're going to get in the future. Your future rescues. Patton,
Been a pleasure
Sherman,
doing business with you.
Garand, and Coventry. Coventry's the female. Mom one says, do you do all camp crafting in normal free roam Fridays? Yes, that free roam Fridays allows. What do you mean, Mama one? The camp upgrades? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do all of them. Completely upgraded camp in Chapter 2. But we have to get the satchel first. And at this point in Free Roam Fridays, I don't think we've even talked to her Roble or Herr Strauss, and opened up the ledger. Mom once says, making a note on the names. All I heard was get more dogs. LOL. Mama one says, yeah, like the furniture upgrades. Yeah, I love that. I love that table that Arthur gets. Excuse me, had to cough. Yeah, that boar skin table, I would have that in real life. You would think that Arthur would have a wooden floor, shout out to the channel members, and you would think the girls would sleep in the wagons instead of on the ground. Just a little extra shelter, and you're up above the ground. And that's about all I have for you tonight, friends. Really appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. Great talking to you, Peter, and Marco was here earlier. Shout out to the mods, Miko and Mama One and Papa One, and Serena, who may be watching on the replays. Appreciate all of you. Like and subscribe. We shall return tomorrow night with L.A. Noire. We're finishing up both these playthroughs, and then we shall do The Last of Us. And I'm Batman. Batman Arkham Knights. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. Thank you, friends. I'll leave the chat going for a bit. Love you all. See you tomorrow night. Enjoy your evening.